that he might have been getting touched up in camp. There was rumors he might have gotten stopped by Jared Anderson.
When you hear those kind of things, when you hear those kind of rumors at this type of high caliber fight like this, those are not rumors; those are facts. Because those so-called rumors came from legitimate sources. You know, guys probably got the best of him. I heard Jared Anderson had him out on his feet. I heard one guy had him, knocked him down.
There's a lot of speculation that Tyson may have needed more time or he was knocked out in the gym. What did you think about that? What do you think
I think it was. Oh well, we do know that he wasn't doing too well in the gym, but.
So ever since Tyson Fury pulled out of the Deontay Wilder trilogy for the third time, this time around by utilizing Cap 19. Ever since then, rumors rapidly circled the surface of Tyson Fury getting knocked out, put to sleep, which is the main reason why Tyson Fury ended up pulling out of the fight. Now, these rumors have a strong pull behind them. There's actual substance behind these rumors from leaks in the camp. In fact, I had a source that informed me Tyson Fury was getting beat up looking like crap in sparring, which goes hand to hand with the news that Tyson Fury own promoter put out, Bob Arum, stating that Tyson Fury have been given hell in sparring with Anderson for the Wilder trilogy. This is Tyson Fury own promoter speaking. So if Bob coming out, while being politically correct, stating that Anderson have been giving Tyson Fury hell in sparring, then you can just imagine what really went down. If Bob wasn't being politically correct, he probably would have came out and said instead of going to camp, he ended up going to a cookout instead because he witnessed Tyson Fury get cooked. Well done. I mean, all you got to do is look at Tyson Fury's face to confirm all of the above. Having a busted lips, busted face, a black eye. If you pay close attention to Tyson Fury's face, it doesn't look like he was sparring. It looked like he got jumped outside by all of his sparring partners at once. Keep in mind, when you spar, it's not like you fighting bare knuckle. You're wearing 16 to 20 ounce gloves, pillow gloves. You're also wearing a headgear. So to see all of that damage on Tyson Fury's face tells the whole story to why we did not watch the fight last week. I mean, heck, we should have watched this fight last year by now. But ever since Tyson Fury's method of cheating got exposed by us new media, apparently Tyson Fury without cheating is like Tyson Fury without his cojones. He has none if he can't cheat. In fact, during preparation for the Deontay Wilder rematch, Tyson Fury got busted cheating by tampering with his gloves. And when confronted by Nicholas Asbury for doing so, Tyson Fury team tried to justify the situation by revealing, "We doing that so Tyson Fury could gain confidence for the Wilder rematch," which is again why I said Fury without cheating is like a man without his cojones. Tyson Fury only have cojones when he does cheat. Fury was perfecting his cheating method in sparring in order to execute fight night. That's why Fury has to be stripped of the Tyson legendary name. He don't deserve that name. He's a disgrace to the Tyson name and to the boxing world as a whole. This man is nothing but a criminal. Nothing more, nothing less. However, come October 9th, if Tyson Fury does find his cojones somewhere and does show up to his grave, Deontay Wilder will be stripping him for more than just his name. And last but not least, I have no remorse or respect for anybody that cheats at this level to this extent. But if you do, that's where me and you are cut different. That's where the lines separate, the real from the fake. Nevertheless, I will leave the link for the video where I went in depth on Tyson Fury getting beat up in sparring in the comment section below. With that being stated, I'm going to leave you guys with what Team Deontay Wilder had to say about Tyson Fury sparring, pulling out, etc., etc., etc. Here is what Deontay Wilder trainer Malik Scott had to say. So subscribe and click on the notification bell to be continued on the next episode of Akhi, Akhi, TV. Peace, and I'm on to the next one.
Did Deontay have a similar reaction when he heard?
Well, he was no, because he feels as though that Fury is a pain in the ass with this kind of shit, because that wasn't the first cancellation. I believe this is the third training camp Deontay's been in for this Trilogy fight. So he was very disappointed, because and then the last day of sparring, he was really on, he was peaking at the perfect time.
He might have been getting touched up in camp. There was rumors he might have gotten stopped by Jared Anderson.
When you hear those kind of things, when you hear those kind of rumors at this type of high caliber fight like this, those are not rumors; those are facts. Because those so-called rumors came from legitimate sources. To his credit, I'm not even big on none of that shit. So he had Gerard, what's the kid named Gerard Anderson?
Yeah, Jared Anderson.
Jared Anderson in the camp with him. He had Elfie in camp with him. He had Christian in camp with him. So when I seen all those guys was in camp with him, I know for sure he was getting touched up. I will hope that's why he's bringing them in, so he could fight them off and not get touched up, because that's what you do when you're bringing in guys to help you get prepared, especially for the life you get prepared for Deontay Wilder. So it's not shocking. And is it bragging rights to me or anything like that? No, not really. Like, the best guys has gotten touched up in sparring. Like, there's no big. But the thing is, when you get discouraged from that, when that can lead you to canceling the fight, when that could lead to you having demonic nightmares about you fighting Wilder, you get touched up by guys in sparring, to me, that's where the problem is. The problem is like getting discouraged from the bad days in the gym and then wanting to, quote unquote, postpone the fight and cancel a fight. You know what I mean? He brought a bunch of undefeated guys in his camp. Guys probably got the best of him. I heard Jared Anderson had him out on his feet. I heard one guy had him, knocked him down. Whether this stuff is true or not, whether it, is a rumor or not, that's none of my business. What is my business is wasting people's time. Wasting your opposites. Because even though him and Deontay, they have these issues, they can't wait to hurt each other. Deontay want to decapitate him and all kind of stuff. There still should be a mutual respect of responsibility of each fighter to make sure you do your part on making it in the ring of the night of the fight. Not just do it, because now you have to be unselfish, because now you have fans whose life is at, state as far as finance, as far as coming to support. What about the guys all on the undercards? What about their families who pay for tickets and flights and everything? What about the consumers that clicked in for pay-per-view? What about that was going to click in for pay-per-view? What about the promoters, the managers, that just everything?
Because of where you're going in your career, your manager should know about stuff like this, because and you really got to get I'm sorry to be a dick, but you got to get your manager on board with the entire thing, because the entire camp, what kind of gloves he wears, like this is your manager's job to protect you. Like, I'm supposed to protect you too, but what am I going to say to them? Hey guys, Tyson shouldn't have no gloves, it's unsafe. Barry, get the fuck out of camp.
Me too. I'll go home.
Yeah, but this.
I've done enough.
Bro, not only these gloves beat up, you can I can tell. No, I can tell.
They pushed
that
it to the front.
Been beating these gloves up on a wall or something. Look, you can see that from here.
I can't believe that. But I personally,
I'm shocked. This does shock me. Like, it doesn't shock me.
Bro, I can't do it.
It shocks me.
No, but I don't.
No, don't hear you.
This is Tyson's shit, and these are his his sparring gloves that we've been sparring with. As you can see, there's no fucking padding in here, and all the padding's in the back of his fucking glove. Look at that shit. I could touch my other side of my finger with this shit, and there's shit falling out from the middle of the glove. Does he know who the fuck I am? He must not know, does he? Does he? What? Oh, he does not know. Look at this shit, man. And then, hold on, these are the sparring gloves they told me they got from me. These thick ass, look at, hold on, let's see, watch the squeeze. Going nowhere. Going nowhere. Watch this shit.